This is Dr. Laurence Tham. Welcome to another edition of Living in Wellness. I've been watching the Commonwealth Games, and I don't know if you have, but I've been actually really enjoying this. Enjoying it in such a way that it's such a great thing to watch athletes perform at their maximum potential and utilizing all that training for a small split circuit of time. It's great to see that. It's great to really see athletes performing, giving their best and performing at their best and competing in a friendly environment like the Commonwealth Games. Well, one of the controversies that's been happening in Australia in the last couple of days, and I'm sure all of you have heard by now, is Sally Pearson. Sally Pearson was a 100-meter sprinter that won gold, and 3 or 4 hours later, after a decision by the judges, found that she false started, and she was stripped of her gold medal. Now, have you ever been excited about something and overjoyed about this accomplishment that you have made, and all of a sudden seem like it's been stripped away? Now, it may not have happened in a second like it did for Sally, but the thing is that a lot of times, I hear clients all the time where they go on a particular diet, and they go on this diet and they lose all this weight, but the problem is several months later they bounce back to what they started off with, or even worse, back to where they started off with, even worse than they started with. And that happens all the time. I deal with clients like that constantly, and there's several reasons for it. I've been watching these ads on television through the Commonwealth Games about this new government initiative called, I believe it's called Cut the Line or Draw the Line. And it's about to draw the waistline of the Australian public, because Australia now is the fattest nation in the world, and it's the impact on not only your health, but on the impact on the healthcare system is draining. And it actually causes us to have way more diseases than normally, and actually creating a shorter lifespan, and unfortunately a decrease in our lifestyle as well. Now, these particular stats are, great to see, but they never actually make an impact on us. But in this particular commercial, you'll see a plate of food. And this plate of food actually contains a salad, or what they call a so-called salad, and it's like a couple pieces of lettuce with a small piece of tomato on the side. And I would imagine it's about less than the size of my palm. And in this particular salad, beside the salad is this main dish. And what it appears to look like it's like lasagna, I think, but I'm not sure what it actually is. It's really not that great looking of a meal. But if it is a lasagna, we'll call it a lasagna. The main feature of the whole commercial states that we need to cut it in half and eat only half that portion. Now, great in theory, and I think it's great to understand simplistic terms. But the problem with this is this. Well, sorry, the problem with that is that people, by cutting half your meals, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to lose the weight, or more importantly, it doesn't mean that you're actually going to get healthier. Think for a second. If you cut down half the meal, the main meal that you normally would eat, what would you do a couple hours later? You're right, you're going to be starving, and you're going to be hungry, and what are you going to do? Are you going to eat healthy or unhealthy? Well, chances are you're going to be starving. You want to grab the quickest, easiest, most accessible food that you can find in your cupboard or your fridge. And that's right. And that, my friends, is the one that causes the problems of putting on weight. See, if we're going to make a change in our lifestyle, in the way we eat, then we need to change it for the better, not just the simplistic of drawing a line and cutting your food in half. Counting calories don't work for the long term, simply because your body needs certain essentials, minerals and vitamins, and essential foods, proteins, carbohydrates, and fats to give you the body that you need. The cells to make your skin, the heart to work, the liver to function, the pancreas to work, and the muscles that you have. You see, we need to eat healthier, not less. Eating less is great, but we need to eat less of the crappy foods and eat more of the great foods. And that's where the Australian government, I believe, is making a mistake. So this is why I designed this talk that I sent you a couple of weeks ago, or last week, about this email that I'm doing a talk on October 26th. It's called Lose Weight While You Eat. And the reason why I call it losing weight is because the majority of the people need to lose a bit of weight. Now, if you think that you don't need to lose weight, you can still come to the seminar because it's still beneficial for you. And the reason why is this, because the seminar I'm going to talk about is actually about natural, healthy eating. You can actually eat foods and actually still lose weight. It's eating the proper foods, and it's actually good food, and it's actually great food. And if I talk to you a little bit about certain foods, you're going to think, wow, I can eat that and actually get healthy, and then you're going to be surprised by some of the foods we're going to talk about. And that's what the seminar is about. The seminar is about creating a family lifestyle for you and your family so they can eat properly, so that we can actually change the statistic of Australia being the fattest nation in the world. I would encourage you to bring your friends and your families. Invite everybody. The seminar is absolutely free. There's no charge, because one of the most important seminars that I've ever done in my life. I've never done this before. I've never talked about this. I'm going to be utilizing new strategies that I've learned over the last couple of years to give you this seminar. So please invite your friends and family to come. Register below. There should be a link right down below this video, and I hope to see you there. And it's absolutely free. So make sure you be there Tuesday, October 26th at 7 o'clock and help bring Australia to be lower in the scale of weight and start eating healthier. My name is Dr. Laurence. I hope you join me on Tuesday, October 26th. Take care.
Don't touch that dial. Delicious steak. Delicious. 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 Delicious steak. Delicious. 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 Delicious steak.